Hi there. Today I'm going to do a review of the Eno Lounger DL, mostly because when I looked on YouTube I did not see anyone actually that was just a regular person doing the review. And I've bought two of these chairs. You can see here there's the bag, the chair that I've taken out of the bag, and the chair, the second chair that is going to be used by my wife. So this is it. This is me holding it. It's not very heavy. It's compact enough to fit into a van, which is where I'm going to be placing these mostly. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I fit in this chair. My head hits about right here, and it's really a comfortable chair. As you can see, it's got a bottom that sort of acts like a sling or a hammock, and your weight very evenly and nice. The reason I like this chair over the Helinox that I was also looking at is it doesn't get quite as compact as a Helinox, and it's definitely heavier than a Helinox, but it also supports you much better than a Helinox. It allows you to lay back and kind of lounge if you want to. It has a lot of nice features. It has a cup holder. I'm not sure how much that would be useful for, except with an enclosed water bottle or some sort of an enclosed coffee cup that has a top on it, because it's going to flop over. But I don't really care about that much. I can always just put it on the ground right next to it, or on a little table, which I also have as well. All of the connection points are extremely well made. It's a very solid chair. And one of the main reasons I like this chair, other than just the lounging feature, as you can see here, it lounges towards, and you can sit there. It's also pretty easy to get out of, so it's not hard, but it provides far more support than the other chairs that I was looking at. And it has a lot of little subtle features that you may not pick up on at first, which is right here. It has an armrest, which allows you to put your arm on it and to actually comfortably relax and have some place to keep your elbows. The other features that I like about it are it breaks down very nicely. It's got the shock cord construction where internally you can see the shock cord right there. That shock cord is put together just like a tent, so the poles all snap in really nicely and intuitively once you start putting it together, because the shock cord guides the aluminum poles into the correct positions and into the correct slots or holes in the other poles that you need to use. The other thing I like about it, I'm going to lay it down here for a second, is that these bottom feet come out, and as you can see, they've also got a domed construction so that it won't dig into the ground like a spike, which is one of the problems I have with the other types of chairs that I was looking at. So it sort of keeps itself out of the dirt, or going down into the dirt and just subsiding into the dirt. These also pull out, and I'm going to try to do this with one. And as you can see, the shock cord slots into the plastic insert portion there, and it snaps onto the bottom like that. And you can do that with all four if you want to, and that would be useful in a situation where you're in extremely loose soil, such as at the beach, and you want more support on the bottom, where you know that no matter what, that these pegs are going to still go down into the sand at a beach. But also, it allows you to stargaze with this thing. You put that there, and I'm going to take it over on a piece of carpet that I have and put it down now. Now you can see it's pretty well laid back, and yet when I sit in it, I'm not sure how to do this, but I can still get the support that I need, and I'm not going to fall over backwards. Hopefully you can see that. My feet are out here. It really works well. And if I scooch down a little bit, right here, my head's back on the little pillow. And now I'm looking up basically at about a 45-degree, maybe a little bit steeper angle, looking at the ceiling in this case, but otherwise you'd be looking up at the night sky if you wanted to use it that way. Here it is again, laid back. It's really nice. Or you can put the other two down, and as I said, sit it down into the sand, for instance, and have the support you need to be on a beach. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing is really, really useful, and it satisfies a lot more of the criteria that I'd want in terms of having an all-purpose chair, that camp chair that you can also just use it around your house, conveniently, outside, wherever. It just satisfies a lot more of the needs that I have in terms of an all-around camp chair that serves a dual purpose, both camp and around the home. And in my case, I'm going to be using it in a camper van, so that I can take it in and out, and it also stores much more compactly than another type of chair that I've been looking at. I just think this is a great chair for the price, and certainly it's better than a Helinox chair. The main advantage being, the only disadvantage would be that the Helinox is going to be lighter, and if you need to really hike a long way with a backpack, it might be a bit of a problem. That being said, that's all relative. This thing's really not that heavy, and you can look up the spec in terms of the weight, and obviously a little bit of weight is a lot when you're moving for a long across land with a backpack for a long distance. But nevertheless, for most people, this is a great bargain as far as a chair goes, camp chair goes. That's it. Hope that's helpful.